Think we're good. Is that reading me? That's reading me. Cool. Just for the sake of the VOD, I'm gonna just hit the restart button real quick, just to give clear sense of continuity between the various things that I'm doing. But yeah, here we are. Resident Evil 3. Some said this day would never come. What have they to say now? We are in business. Welcome, welcome. Cannot believe that I get to go back to playing a normal experience for a while, where I don't have to tear my hair out every 5 seconds. That's gonna be great. Here we are, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. What does manual mean? Auto, manual, auto, manual. Oh my god, there's a quick turn button? That wasn't in the previous... Was that in the previous games? Damn, I hope not. Because you know what? That would have been useful to know. Let's assume not, and take it easy. Thanks Twitch for notifying me that Captain Biscuit is live. You say that semi-sarcastically, I suspect. Did it not? Did it not say it? Aha. Yeah, that's no bueno. No bueno. Vibration. Ooh, we got the dual shock being a dual shock for once. That's crazy. And the usual screen adjusts. We've seen all this before. You know Resident Evil menus. We've done this. So. Oh, there was a thing I was meant to do, wasn't there? I was sort of supposed to delete some save files so that I'd have room to make new save files. Kind of forgot to do that. I'll do that now, just before I forget. Oh. That's gonna work, isn't it? Yes. Good. Memory card. Because if I don't purge some memory, we're not gonna have any saves, and now that's gonna be a real challenge. So let's see here. Delete. We need to delete some stuff. So I won't be deleting my final saves. Right, like I'm not going to delete save 20 or save 00. Because I figure those are kind of interesting saves that I might want to hold on to just for posterity, if nothing else. I think. Delete that one. Pop. God, this may take a minute. I don't want to delete either of these, my first and last saves. But I'll purge some of the other ones. Pop. Please talk amongst yourselves whilst I just clear some memory. Yeah. How about that weather? Wow, you know, let's talk about the weather. My God, it's sunny. How about that? I mean, it's not right now actually, but it was today. There was some sun in the sky. Okay, that is all on that side. Don't delete the last save, so keep save 19 for Jill. There's got to be a better way to do this. Oh, no, hang on, I'm doing this wrong. There we go. This is the joys of the PlayStation 1, you know that? Because you can't get larger memory cards, I don't think. I could be wrong, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure you can't get larger memory cards than 1 megabyte. Which is, you know, nothing. Absolutely nothing. PS2 at the very least allowed you to get like, you know, quite a few megabytes per memory card. But I'm pretty sure PS1 you were limited to just the one. 1 megabyte, that is. 2 cards though, so 2 megabytes in total, which in someone's mind back in the 90s was enough, I guess. Alright, there we go. That's enough. No more deleting save files before I accidentally delete something I want to keep. Wild how 1 megabyte used to be enough. I mean, sort of enough. As we just demonstrated, there is an inconvenience factor at play. Makes you wonder though, back in the day when you had such limited save data and, you know, kids were playing on these consoles, do you think they like, I don't know, were generally like rationing their saves more than I was? Like ink ribbons wasn't the factor, but like the number of megabytes that they had at disposal was what limited their saves. Because I was rationing my saves quite a lot actually, but I could have been worse. I could have been doing a lot worse. Because think about it, would they have been like overriding every save, or maybe just every other save? It'd be stupid to override every save, because then you get soft locked immediately. But if you overwrite, I don't know, every other save, then at the very least you have a backup little rewind function. Ooh, there's a hard mode and an easy mode. No normal mode. There's no, this is the appropriate way to play the game. Although it does distinctly present the hard mode before the easy mode. You know what I'm thinking as well? I'm thinking I don't want to play hard mode after what I just went through. Because, like, my god, imagine if I had to do all that, except I could get hit even less times. And I had even less ammo. That'd be awful. Nah, you know what? You can't talk me into it. I'm not hearing you out. I'm playing easy. Call me a coward. I don't care. Oh, he didn't say the number. He just said Resident Evil.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City. A city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070.
What are they?
Audio's quiet. I can bump it up a wee bit. They're using elevators? Farewell to my life, farewell to my home. This is my last chance for survival. This is my last chance, my last escape. My apologies. Oh damn. Just straight to it, the game says. Don't wait. There is no wait. Okay, there you are. No time to think, just play.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive. Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
Hmm.
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't gonna be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Okay, we're in and I'm not being chased by zombies. I can take a moment to think. Game audio, that is. How is the game audio now? I did adjust it mid cutscene there. It hopefully got a bit louder. This is a one disc game, right? It is. This is one disc. Whatever this game possesses, it's all contained on one disc. It's good now. Yeah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. One moment. Alright, where was I? That's right, playing the game. Ooh, assault rifle. Reloading tool. Game instructions? Game... I want to say insert? No, instruct. I have no idea. What happens if I use it? Game instructions. This explains about the various actions. Please do. Operations on the map screen and operations in the event scenes. What? What does any of this mean? Uh-huh. We hope you improve your chance. Wait, what? We hope you improve your chances to survive. Okay. Shooting objects. You may get different reactions from shooting objects such as oil drums and bombs. Press the R2 button to aim directly at these objects. Okay. Quick turn. You can perform a quick 180-degree turn. Press the run button while retreating. That's useful. I like that. Emergency escape. When you're trapped by enemies, you can push them away to escape. Press the directional buttons. Action. What? Press the directional buttons. Okay. Action button. Cancel button. Run. What? That is so many instructions. Directional button. Action button. Which was the action button? The X, I guess. Cancel button. That's triangle. Generally, I think. The run button, which is square. R1, R2, and L1. R1, R2, L1. What do? You just mash the buttons? That seems so crazy. I might need to actually see a tutorial on how you perform that particular maneuver. Emergency dodging. Just before an enemy attacks, you can perform a dodge move to evade it. Press the right R1 or R2 buttons. Press the action button while aiming. 90s game design, folks. Yeah, a little bit. But hey, it might be easier than it sounds. It just sounds absolutely batshit, some of these. Getting on/off an object. You can climb. Yeah, I've done that. Did that plenty of times, in fact. Map. Press the L2 button to view the map. While the map is zoomed in, use the directional buttons to move the screen. Ooh. Where's the select button to switch between maps? Also interesting. Live selection. At certain points in the game, the screen fades into black and white. At these points, you will be prompted to choose between two different options. Ooh. Use the directional buttons to move between the options and use the action button to make your decision. This is all starting to sound quite interesting. Event cancel. It is possible to skip certain scenes. Oh, I can skip cutscenes? Massive W. You don't even know. You don't even know how much I've been looking forward to that. Press the select button to skip these scenes. Marvelous. That is huge, in fact. Okay, it's now in my files. God, yeah. Okay, let me read the other one. What does part 2 say? On the creation of bullets? Huh? How to use the gunpowder and the reloading tool. Instructions B. Ammunition creation system. To create various ammunition, you will need to use the reloading tool and gunpowder. This is a necessary item if you want to create different types of ammunition. By combining the gunpowder and the reloading tool, various types of ammunition will be created. Gunpowder. Mix materials to create various types of ammunition. There are 3 types of basic gunpowders, A, B, and C. Please note that gunpowder C is created by mixing A and B types. Okay. How to mix gunpowders. You can create various kinds of bullets by mixing the different gunpowders. There are 13 different kinds of gunpowders in all. What? I thought you said there was 3. There are 3 types of basic gunpowders. Oh, there's 13 in total. Okay. Madness. Carry on, though. Okay, here we go. There are examples of gunpowders. Handgun bullets. A. Shotgun shells. B. Grenade rounds. C. Combine A and C and you get fire grenades. B and C you get acid grenades. C and C and you get grenade freeze rounds. What? What is happening? This is absolute madness. Combine 3 grenades and you get a magnum bullet. Of course. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Mixing gunpowder with grenade rounds. If you combine a certain type of gunpowder with grenade rounds, special types of grenade rounds will be created. Mixing level improvement. If you repeatedly create the same kind of ammunition, your skill will be improved and you will be able to create more powerful ammunition. Sorry, I'm suddenly playing an RPG. Is that what's happening here? I got skills that I have to level up. How long is this game? Madness. I am taken aback by this sudden twist on the formula. Be handy when you die and redo a section. Probably. Yeah. So I got 3 first aid boxes. I got an assault rifle, currently set to auto. Makes sense. The M4A1 assault rifle. The gun is set in auto mode. It uses 5.56mm NATO rounds. Classic. This is the reloading tool. Tool used to load mixed materials into an empty bullet. It is used to combine with the gunpowder. RE3PG. Tortured pun, but carry on. And then I'm guessing can hold up to 3 first aid sprays. Ooh, that is handy. So inventory management could theoretically be a lot easier in this game if they're going to start letting me carry multiple healing items in a single tile. Look at all this space. This is massive amounts of carry capacity. And then we got the map, which has changed now. I can actually navigate it. Ooh. Wait, what did they say the mechanic was for zooming? How do I zoom? Not like that. Ooh. That's how I select the different maps. We're currently in Uptown, I guess. Nope. Oh, that's how you zoom. Okay. So that's like the full map. Yeah, okay. So zooming out reveals the full map, I presume. And then I can zoom back in and, scrutinize it at a much closer distance. Interesting. There's so much going on here. Oh my. No, don't do that. That's awful. Alright, so yeah, the analog sticks, they do work. They don't work well. No sir, they do not. Maybe it's just the type of controller set. What's this? I want to know what the manual thing is. What does that do? No idea. Type C. What does it mean by manual? There is also the toggle sprint, which I never used, and in hindsight maybe I should have used it. Did I fail to just enable that? What was I doing? Oh, I did. There you go, now I've equipped it correctly. Although it doesn't seem to be working. I'm confused. Does that not toggle sprint? Oh no, it doesn't. It just binds cancel to square for some reason. I thought I was reading it as run/cancel run. My bad. That's kind of useless. I don't care about that. I still don't know what the manual means though. Whatever. Trust in the system for now. Inverted? No, it's not inverted. It's inverted wouldn't. I mean, inverted wouldn't make sense to be honest. But no, it's so much worse than that. It's tank controls with an analog stick. Like, nah, I'd rather just use the D-pad, honestly. Because at least with the D-pad, I know what to expect. You know? Anyway.
I told you, I'm not leaving. Never.
Okay. Yep, you got it, boss. I'm not coming in there, don't worry. Alright, tonight on RE3, Dylan fumbles with some settings. Jill is reintroduced and some fella locks himself in a cargo box. That did happen. And speaking of Jill, I did actually want to comment on this. The VA, is it the same VA from the first game? Because she sounds very similar to how she sounded in the first game. She just sounds like, the lines aren't. Well, I mean, maybe the lines weren't the issue. I don't know. But you know what I mean. It wasn't exactly the most. You didn't say it like dokes. What do you mean say it like dokes? What did I say that was like dokes? No, anyway. I'm curious though about the VA. Because it did sound... Oh, that's not... That's dynamic. I can walk up and down stairs now. Oh my god, you couldn't do that in the previous 2 games. Cargo box as dokes. Uh-huh. I see. I mean, I'm not gonna... I'm not confident enough to try and impersonate Sergeant Dokes. I'm good. It's eerily silent outside of the window. You know, brain rot. It is. That's the word for it. Hang on, the game was showing me something down there. Is that something I can pick up on that box there? Mm-hmm. Got it. What is this? What have we got over here? Aha! More heals. Yes, sir. Defective products have been placed here. Nothing useful. So I'm like loosely familiar with the timeline of events. And by loosely I do mean very loosely. But this game takes place just before RE2, doesn't it? Like this is like meant to be like the immediate outbreak of the T virus, or is it the G virus? I don't know. I guess it's the G virus, isn't it? Whereas RE2 is like meant to be a couple days after it's already gotten loose, or something like that. Who knows? Oh, I saw that. Key. Give me that. The warehouse key. Yes, I will. Thank you. Is it a safe room? It's playing like safe room-esque music. Yeah, it's a safe room. Nice. Various reports are sorted here. Delivery voucher book. What's this? The gunpowder. Gunpowder A. Yes, I will. Yeah. Why not? How the plot thickens. They don't know who the VA for Jill was in the original game. They don't? I knew they didn't know who the face was. But you telling me they don't know who the voice was either? Brother. An area map for the delivery service. Can I use that to navigate? Does that work? That does not work. Cool, I guess. Oh. What? They being very generous here. They being like maybe just a little too generous here, actually. Not that I disapprove of lots of loot and weapons, but is this not going to make the game a little trivial? That is a lot of ammunition, my god. Right, well, who am I to argue? Got infinite ink ribbons as well. So this game says, save as many times as you want. Who cares? Or is that because I'm playing on easy mode? Yeah, you don't think, do you? Because if it's because I'm playing on easy mode, now I'm suddenly like, I don't know if I want to play on easy mode, because that's like too easy. There's a point to these games, you know, where you can't just be giving me all this shit. It sort of defeats the point. It's a survival horror game. I might have to look that up, just so I know whether or not I'm being stupid here. RE3 easy mode versus hard mode. What changes? You know, I had another thought as well. I got a lot of thoughts in my head right now. Might want to entertain one of these thoughts because it actually might be a really great idea. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. And I'd like you to bear with me a moment because I'm about to do something potentially kind of stupid that'll, in effect, bring the stream to a temporary end again. But bear with me because I've made two mistakes. Okay, fixed it up. Should work this time. Oh, no, I forgot one important thing. There we go. Now it'll work. Got a lot of cable management stuff going on there behind the scenes. Oh man, I need a drink. Rightio. So, what did you miss? You missed the boss fight and me winning. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm pointing it out. And you also missed me launching this game and realizing that I kind of launched it wrong. So, there's an easy mode in this game, which I assumed was just going to be normal mode, not a challenge mode. No, it turns out easy mode is exactly what it sounds like. It's easy. The game just gives you all the powerful weapons and mountains of ammo for all of them, which is, you know, not necessary. This ain't my first rodeo. So hard mode is, as best I can tell, the normal mode. They just have labeled it appropriately, I suppose. From what I can tell. You want to reboot the stream since the last hour has been just you fumbling around with fancy techie stuff? You never said fancy. I just applied fancy to your words there. My bad. Techie stuff for the sake of the VOD. I mean, I don't care that much. Nah, fuck it. No one cares. Least of which me.
Resident Evil.
I'll let it play though, the cutscenes and such.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City. A city controlled by Umbrella.
So you never got back to me. Who's the VA for this game?
And that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
It's just because you pronounce raccoon a little funny. Raccoon instead of raccoon. Like she underpronounces the A in it. It's raccoon instead of raccoon. You know? Maybe that's just my imagination. I don't know. Oh my god, they are using elevators! I said that last time. Anyway, on to the game. Oh, I don't have the machine gun this time. No, but that was so useful. I should have known something was wrong when the game just started me with the machine gun. I should have been like, that's a bit strange. Why are you giving me a machine gun?
Daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
Can you chop footage from the middle of a stream? Like, can you keep the first part and then jump to the latter half without bringing up a special editor? Can you do all that in the YouTube editor? That's what I'm kind of curious about.
Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about?
Catherine Disher.
I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't gonna be any
You
rescue.
can.
We have
Cool.
to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
She does this game, Marvel vs. Capcom. How about that?
I told you! I'm not leaving! Never! Just get away from me.
Never seen a more I'm gonna die character than that guy. The voice acting was actually kind of good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think RE2 had some good voice acting too. Personally. But yeah, it's definitely a marked improvement over Jill's last appearance. I'm just going to skip over this so they're no longer in my inventory and wasting space, because I've read it all. That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich. I probably should have. Is it? I should have put that in the tags. I didn't though. Okay, so no machine gun this time, which means I'm actually in real danger. Ah, they're not giving me the health either. Damn. The health especially would have been so useful. There we go, got some bullets at least. 30, well 40, I suppose. I mean, when the VAs in the original game were also the FMV actors, it's not surprising the first game's VA work was a bit crap. I mean, like, I'm not calling you a liar on that front. It's just I'm really surprised to learn that they were the same people. They found the VA 2 years ago through Twitter and Reddit. Classic. Classic stuff. Look at those animations. Damn, they got unique animations for jogging up a staircase. Couldn't possibly be in the first two RE games. No chance. Okay. So there we go. We're back to where we were. You know, only lost about an hour's worth of progress. Classic as well, I suppose. It wouldn't be one of my streams if we didn't randomly lose over an hour of progress. Yes, I will. Thank you. I'm gonna store these away for safekeeping. As well as the reloading tool? That feels stupid somehow. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Right, so let's save the game, shall we? Please, please do save. Ooh, yeah. Card 1, please. Warehouse 01. It didn't even mention the fact that I was playing as Jill. I guess it doesn't matter. Like, the game didn't give me the choice to play as a second protagonist. The game was just like, you're playing as Jill, get over it. Which, you know, no complaints from me. It's like a continuation almost from the previous stuff. But, you know, it's different. A lot of things are different. This game's very different already. I didn't even try. I should try some of those new moves they were telling me about. Ooh. Ooh. That moonwalk. Let's go. And then what was the other one? It was mash all the buttons and hope that you dodge somehow. That one might not be so easy to perform. Yeah, the mash buttons to escape. But that's not the dodging though. Dodging is press right bumper or right trigger and the action button while aiming. So, oh. But which one's the action button? Now you're asking. Is that not what it was telling me to do? The action button. Is that not the shoot button? I don't want to shoot my gun. I don't know. Don't know. Turns out the FMV and VAs are not the same. There you go. See, I was near certain that they were not the same people. Not calling you a liar, as I said, but yeah, that didn't sound real to me. In my limited experience with this this franchise, I was fairly confident that that wasn't the case. Alright, now, let's actually get on with playing the game, instead of just yapping and struggling to figure out the controls, and whatever the hell I was doing with the PlayStation 2 there for way too long. It's kind of weird not having to press the button to go down the stairs. Ah. Yeah, discard. I haven't played Code Veronica, no. I played 0. What platform did Code Veronica originally come out for? Was that a PS1 game as well? PS1 as well, there you are. And is it next on the list? It should be, assuming I don't decide to play something that isn't Resident Evil for a bit. That guy's gonna get up. Maybe. Or maybe not. Nope. Nope, that's not it either. Hang on. Okay, whatever. Oh, still not. There we go. Ooh. That's actually like pretty big. Interesting. Never mind, Code Veronica is early PS2. I don't mean to criticize your researching abilities, but that's twice now that you've had to correct yourself. It's funny because, like, for that generation of consoles, I would have said that the... Shit! Oh, there's a lot. There's actually quite a few. Whew. You know what? I'm good. I don't need to go that way. It's fine. I would have said from that generation of consoles, I would have thought that the GameCube is more of the Resident Evil console. Because, you know, it's got all of them, basically. Why is that room blue? What does that mean? And then red. What does red mean? Does red mean, like, here be danger? Didn't even think about it. Or does red mean you're here? It probably means you're here, doesn't it? Oh, hey there, hiding behind the bin. The controller rumbles now. Didn't used to do that either. Shit, I'm gonna need like a bunch of ammo soon. Red car is blocking the way. Red car is blocking the way. Fair enough. What's down this way? Nothing. Well, there's a door, but no, it's locked. Of course it is. Right. Carry on then. Found a door that isn't locked. Good. I feel like you could get very easily boxed in here. Oh, speaking of getting boxed in. Damn. There are zombies everywhere. Where do I go? Oh, I'm here again. So I just did a full loop. Found one locked door as well. What to do about that? I had a... I'm gonna keep doing that. I had a theory in relation to this game. We were commenting earlier about how this is all on one disc, one PS1 disc, whereas the previous game was on 2. Ah. Hang on. Deal with these zombies first. Ooh. I don't know that theory is quite the right word either, but I had a thought. Oh, fuck's sake, and it's a spitter as well. completely out of ammo? Completely out of ammo. Alright, where'd that guy go? Down here. There's a concert. Yeah, I'm sure that, sure that went great. Hang on, I'll continue my train of thought here in a minute. I'm just having a brief panic on account of not having bullets and being hunted actively. No! Get away. Of course. Of course. Of course it has. Who just got eaten? Someone just got munched on. What's up here? Oh, more plants. Oh. Found the guy that was getting munched on. Well, he gave me a distraction. Wish I could say he was more than that. This is a zombie-free area. Can I have a breather? A moment to think? Come on. This way, you big, silly zombies. No! I can't help him either, I got no bullets.
Get away!
Like, nothing. I have nothing. A lighter. Give me that. There you go. He did it himself. Good.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see.
I'll
He's
see.
after STARS members. There's no escape.
How about that? Okay, I've got a moment to think again. As I was saying earlier, so I was thinking about how they managed to put this game on one disc, right? And part of what that thought process revolves around is the clear size and like complicated nature of the map. Like, it's big, right? It's big, and for a map in an RE game to be this big, they would have to have a lot of different camera angles. And you see those camera angles represents another image, and another image represents another bunch of megabytes that they have to stuff into the disk, right? So it seems incomprehensible that a bigger game could be stuffed onto a single PS1 disc, right? Or at least it does a little bit to me. But the thought that crossed my mind was, and I might be wrong about this timeline-wise, but did this game come out after the game, not GameCube, the N64 copy of Resident Evil 2? Because that game was heavily compressed in a way that allowed, you know, a two PlayStation 1 disc game to be stuffed onto a single N64 cartridge. And if this game came out after that, then it's not unimaginable to suggest that maybe they learned some important lessons in the process that would ultimately allow them the good fortune of compressing all these particular assets into a tighter space, allowing it to exist on just one disc. And if that's the case, then I'm actually, well, intrigued. Random question you started pondering. At what point in a series do you kind of give up on the giving a story so far catch up? Well, I wouldn't do it for very long at all. I think I'd maybe do it for like a trilogy. If there was a trilogy that you were doing, like a part 1, part 2, part 3, I'd do it for that maybe. But I wouldn't do it for anything past that point, because I feel like you're just, you know, repeating yourself mostly. 5th entry. No. 5th entry's way too late. What are you talking about? This is true sound design, by the way. The Foley for that was a basketball. Why did that "you'll see" sound like it was going to be continued into a sentence? I don't know. Couldn't say. I'd like to say where some ammo is, though. That'd be nice. What's this? Clock tower postcard. Picture postcard of a clock tower. Anything on the back? The following explanation is printed on the backside. A landmark spot, St. Michael Clock Tower. I heard a thing about this game, which I'm not going to be able to achieve, and I'm not going to try and achieve it, in relation to the notes, which is that apparently if you collect all the notes in this game in a very specific order, it unlocks one additional unique note, which is meant to be like, I think, meant to be like a diary of Jill's thoughts during all of what's going on. I don't know much beyond that. That's just what I've heard. And again, I'm not going to try and do that, as it would be kind of crazy. Especially considering I have no idea what that order is. I could look it up. I don't care enough to. Also, I think since a lot of game stories necessarily, I guess, get more complex the longer they go, they kind of need smaller catch-ups like Invincible previously on scenes, stuff that covers specific story beats that they want to tackle in the game. I mean, yeah, I guess they could, but you know my thoughts on the matter. I actually really dislike previously ons, you know, because I figure it kind of just distracts from your enjoyment. I find it distracts from your enjoyment because it makes you start expecting things. I don't want to expect things in my art. I want to be surprised and amazed by my art. You know what I mean? What's the point knowing how your art's gonna unfold before it unfolds? That's so not my speed. Anyway, let's carry on. Also, Brad. I didn't even comment on Brad. Brad being the pilot who saves us at the end of RE1. He's back. He's real. Oh my god, get out of here. No! Map, where am I? I'm here. Yeah, go that way. Ah, too slow. I went around in a big circle, didn't I? I was already here. Pick up my guy, Brad. Sure. Except I know what happens to Brad. Sorry, minor spoiler, I guess, but it's not really a spoiler because it was something that was. Oh my God, no! Get out of there! It was something that was revealed in the previous game. I kind of skipped over it, to be honest, but there's an encounter I missed in RE2 where you can find zombie Brad. So, not to spoil it for you, but I don't think Brad's making it out of here alive. It's not a spoiler specifically because it was something that you're supposed to know before playing this game, at least in theory. Whoops. Yeah. It's like at the police station. I think if you're playing as Leon. Get back! Get back, you fiend! If you're playing as Leon, right as you approach the police station, I think you can go under like a stairwell type thing. Something like that. And you can find zombie Brad just hanging out down there as a unique enemy. He's unique because he's the only zombie wearing a STARS uniform. I don't know if it's said anymore. No, it is. Sorry, I tell a lie. At the very end of the game, if you complete Path A and Path B, you get a little cutscene that tells you that zombie Brad is loose in the police precinct. You should go deal with him. So the game does tell you that it is Brad. So anyway, hey, I got a shotgun though, nice, and lighter oil for the lighter that I have. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? There you go. Right. Who is this guy? Police officer? He's lucky he died before his guts were ripped out. Oh. Is that what happened there? Gnarly. Who do I hear? Where am I in this place? Oh, this is a... Oh no, it isn't. This is all one room. So... a zombie could just be outside and walk right in on me. Like that. Exactly like that, yeah. Fantastic demonstration. Thank you, Jill. Minor injuries. Will be okay, though. That technically makes him the only character in every game so far, right? It does. Yeah, you're right. You make a valid point. Brad Vickers. His last name's Vickers, isn't it? Brad is the only character so far to be in all Resident Evil games. That's where I need to go. I like this new map. It's much easier to read. I do sort of wonder, actually, I think Brad turning into a zombie kills one of my earlier theories about this game. I had a theory that STARS members were vaccinated. But if they were, he wouldn't have turned into a zombie, would he? Huh. Never mind. I guess I'm wrong. I still don't understand how Jill and Chris and all the others managed to not get turned. That's not really been explained to me yet. Or maybe it has and I just missed it. I don't know. But even if it did explain it, that doesn't explain why Claire and Leon don't. Oh. Hey there, folks. It's bound tight with a rope that won't open. The rope seemed to be soaked with oil. Ah. Damn! Stand by. That'll do. That'll do nicely. The tutorial is already teaching me important survival skills. Come on. You're dead, right? You're not gonna get back up. I sort of don't think she is. Oh well. Oh, is that a red herb? That is a red herb. My god, I wish I hadn't used those green herbs now. So soon. Normally they don't give these out until later in the game. I'll take one. Always wasting resources. I'm useless. Ooh, photo. Looks like soldiers bursting through a pair of doors. I think. The policemen are pressing forward. They are. It's definitely a 90s game. No, I'm kidding. It's dated September 27th. Why would they be vaccinated? Well, okay. So, like, here's where I get a bit, bad, because I've played RE0, right, Resident Evil 0, and Resident Evil 0 has some unique, not unique, but some interesting lore implications, because apparently the mansion in that game was a training facility, specifically designed to train people to combat the bioweapons that they were building, right? And that itself doesn't prove anything, I know. And in fact, nothing what I'm about to say is going to prove anything. But it hints, maybe, potentially, that there's at least some logic and rationale. Like, the STARS team were lured to that mansion, I think. Sort of. And then subsequently the other mansion. Which, I don't know, I guess I thought that meant that they were trying to, like, see if certain people who are vaccinated could combat the bioweapons. I don't know. It was a loose theory. It wasn't like I gave it a deep think. I just, I thought about it briefly. Unless you're giving Brian Irons or Albert Wesker the credit for planning ahead to vaccinate the members of the group. Well, that was pretty much exactly what I was thinking. I mean, like one of those two was responsible for it. Probably Wesker, if I had to put one name to it. Oh, hello, dog. Get back. Ow. I'm out of bullets. Ooh. You're giving Brian Irons credit. No, no. I was very specifically saying it was probably Wesker. I have a shotgun. Why am I wasting the bullets on these? Not dying yet. Get out of here. Yeah, but that's basically what I was thinking. I was thinking that maybe they were trying to like get some useful combat data, but I don't know. It was a loose theory, as I said. Can't do nothing about that just yet. 4 shotgun shells. That's a couple dead zombies if I manage it correctly. Door on my left, door dead ahead. We'll go to the door on my left first. That quick turn. I like that quick turn. I need to use that more. A safe room! Now that is good news. Give me that. Because you know what? There was a mistake that I was making. When am I not making a mistake, honestly? But here we got some gunpowder that I probably should have turned into ammo by now. There you go. Nice. 30 more shots. That is 2 whole reloads for my pistol. Nice. And we will put the reloading tool back for now. Hey, I haven't died yet. I'm doing pretty well. Can he keep it up? That's the real question. Any loot in here? Oh, indeed there is. So each piece of gunpowder can potentially provide 15 bullets. But, and this is very relevant, as we have learned, there are different recipes that I can also concoct. Like an A plus an A probably does something. What would that do? Should have saved them. Should have saved them and found out. I didn't though. Oops. I'll save these next couple bullets and see if I can't combine them down the line. Nope, not those. Those. 2 inventory. That's probably enough, isn't it? Will I need the lighter again? Probably will. It's you know, it's my only like item for quest stuff at the moment. I may as well hold on to it just for a bit. What's this though? Is that something? That is something. Gunpowder B. Yes. That's like shotgun shells, isn't it? Okay. I will combine that because I do want the shotguns. At least in the previous game, shotgun shells were kind of peak. So there we have it. Couple reloads for both my guns. I like that. We'll go far with this. Although, actually, no we won't, because I'm not going to stream for much longer. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news on that front. But it's coming up on the 2-hour mark, and I previously streamed for an hour, so I don't need to push it past that, I don't think. Where am I now? Huh. Ooh. We got a bit of a wreck over there. And then down this way. It's like kind of quiet around here, actually. Wait a minute. Oh shit! It's the police department! How about that? In fact, is this route kind of familiar? Is it? Is it? Because if it is, this would be the way Leon came from, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't know if I remember this. Would he have come from this way? It's a locked door. What does it say when I approach it? Locked with a simple lock. Gotcha. And Jill, the master of unlocking, can't get through. Jokes like that are never going to get old. Anyway, let's check out the police station. I'm kind of curious to see how much of it I can explore. Ooh, cutscene.
Jill! Brad! We've got a...
Oh shit. I am not equipped for this encounter. Yep, stars indeed. Fight the months. Fight! Oh, hang on, one moment. Oh, it's making me choose right now. That's terrible. Hang on, one moment. Sorry about that. Terrible little inconvenience. Also, what a terrible situation I find myself in. Oh no, how much trouble. Let me go. Get up. Okay, well. my god, you really have to struggle, don't you? Well, that's, yeah. That's how that goes, I guess. Right. What did we learn? We learned that Nemesis arrives in the story very early. Very early. Maybe too early. Yeah, Ali, that's right. They've taken everything from me, everything, but I won't give up. I won't allow them to win. I will survive. They can't stop my last escape. Mm-hmm. Yoink. And... yoink. I'm gonna need all this ammo. So you know what? I'm converting it all right now. Oh, it's already loaded. My bad. My bad. And I don't have any more healing items, do I? No, I don't. Damn. Those extra heals would have been very useful right about now. If I had, you know, taken the green herbs to the red herbs and combined them. But nope, I wasn't smart enough to do that. Alright. This time I'm about as ready as I can be. Don't love the whole mash the buttons to stand up mechanic. That's a bit much. That's not quite my speed. But whatever, I guess. I'll just figure it out.
Jill! Brad! We've got to... Jill! Help! No!
Stars. So here's one of those choices they were telling me about. Yeah, let's fight the bastard. I don't care. Ooh, he's pretty quick. He's pretty quick when he wants to be. Oh, god damn. Come on, get up, Jill. Run. Whew. We're not quite in the critical, in the immediately about to die phase. Ooh. What do you say about that? Oh man, he can cancel his attacks. He's literally got to cancel. Quit that shit. Ah, you bastard. Oh. Oh man, okay. You can't afford to do that. I love that the game's villains have such an immense disdain for this specific police squadron. I know. It's weird, right? Like, you have to imagine that there's like multiple precincts in Raccoon City, not just the one, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, did they send like one of these tyrants after every single one of them? Oh, we're posting spoilers here. Tut tut tut. Oh, it's playing a demo. Why would I choose to fight another boss so soon? Because it's one of the few things I know about this game. I know that you can fight Nemesis, and that it's sort of the point of this game, isn't it? That you're kind of supposed to fight him. You can run away from him, but what's interesting is I'm pretty sure the game remembers if you fight him or not, and he gets weaker if you fight him the whole game. So I wanna fight him and win. That's what I want to do. So I'll allocate one more attempt, and then I'm gonna give up, I think. Well, not give up. I'm just calling the end of the stream. Oh, no, wrong item. There we go. It's a lot of bleeps and bloops right there. Should I bring the knife? Does the knife mean anything in the end? Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt to bring it. I'm gonna put the lighter away though, because I want 2 inventory slots for items. If I need to come back here, I'll come back here. That's fine. Anyway, so yeah, I want to fight Nemesis precisely because I want to beat Nemesis, you know? He is my Nemesis. I must beat him. I must avenge Brad and whoever else maybe was killed by this monster. And who better to do it than Jill Valentine? The game said I could skip cutscenes, by the way.
Jill!
Brad!
We've gotta... Jill! Help!
No! Brad?
Fight the monster. Oh my god, that punch landed? Are you kidding me? Get too far away from him, he charges you. Oh my god, don't do that. No! No! Get up! Get up! No! Okay, never mind. Next time. almost all the shots of Jill in this game conveniently from an angle where she looks damn near naked. I guess so. I need to avenge my friend like Brad, and did I say Brad already? Anyway, whatever. I'm not doing another attempt at that. We're just going to call it there for now, because I've been streaming a while. I don't want to keep streaming, and I have work tomorrow, so stuff. Keep me busy. Yeah, so we'll wrap it up here. It's a good place as any. Prawn mechanic is actually arse. It is. It is arse. You're right. Not my ideal stuff. Work again. Yikes. I'm busy this week. Had a little time though here to stream, so can't complain, and I won't. But I do gotta call it. So we'll at the ending now screen, which I don't know, looks a little funny actually now with the text behind it. Oops. So next time, what does next time look like? Next time looks like me fighting and defeating Nemesis. That's what it looks like. As like unlikely as that may seem at this moment, that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. And if I say that's what I'm gonna do, then that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, we'll do that. It'll probably be the same as before, a couple days before I return. But yeah, cool. Thanks again, popping in. Thanks for the, the eyes and ears. And see you around.